You're the biggest name in UFC, but fame comes with broken bones, brutal defeats, and the weight of carrying a nation on your shoulders. You chase glory in a title fight, then get mocked when you lose. You build an empire, only to see it crumble under scandals, lawsuits. In this video, I'll show you why it truly sucked to be Conor McGregor. You're born in Crumlin, Dublin, where fairy tales don't exist, but broken bottles in the street do. Your first title fight is just surviving childhood. Small, skinny, and bullied, your classmates train for free on your face. Forget MMA gyms, the schoolyard was your first octagon. Dinner at home, if you're lucky, it's bread and beans. If not, it's the exquisite flavor of disappointment, seasoned with debt. While other kids dream of football glory, you're alone in your room, shadowboxing the wallpaper. Spoiler, the wallpaper wins half the rounds. Teachers look at you and see a future genius plumber at best. Education system says, Notorious? More like not gonna make it. Apprenticed as a plumber, crawling under toilets. Glamorous life, you're knee-deep in sewage while dreaming of bright lights in Vegas. First amateur fights pay less than babysitting, except babysitting doesn't end with a black eye and a tooth flying out. Everyone mocks you for chasing MMA. Friends call it fantasy, strangers call it stupid, and even your mirror is like, really mate? Family dinner conversations, get a real job, Conor. Yes, nothing screams fulfilling life like unclogging drains until you die. Injuries pile up faster than wins. Sprained wrists, busted ribs. You're basically a human jigsaw puzzle with no warranty. Welfare checks, €188 a week. Enough to buy protein powder? Nope. Enough to fuel existential dread? Absolutely. Training 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. Results? Still broke. If sweat paid bills, you'd be Jeff Bezos by now. Early pro fights mean humiliation for pennies. You're basically paying promoters to let other men punch you in the face. Submission losses that live rent-free in your brain. Choked out in front of everyone, like free comedy night at your expense. But the only chokehold you won't escape today is smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell. Nights spent crying in bed. You're not a warrior here, just a guy asking the ceiling why destiny hates you. Straight blast gym, not a glamorous dojo, more like a dingy couch where dreams go to nap and doubts scream louder. First UFC contract, great news. Now the whole world gets to watch you succeed or fail spectacularly in HD. UFC debut with all of Ireland watching. No pressure, just an entire nation waiting to cheer or disown you. ACL tear in 2013. You win the fight, but your knee taps out harder than your opponent. Victory never felt so painful. Trash talk becomes your brand. Congrats, you're now contractually obligated to run your mouth forever, even when losing. Ireland crowns you as national hero. Translation: every pub drunk now thinks your success is their personal achievement. Mendez fight, short notice war. You bleed, you suffer, and still win, only to realize you're just setting the bar higher for more misery. Title win in 13 seconds. Amazing. Too bad now everyone expects you to destroy worlds in half that time, every fight, forever. Friends and strangers alike beg for money. Congrats, you're not a fighter anymore. You're an ATM with cauliflower ears. Media circus, cameras in your face while brushing your teeth. Privacy? That's for regular losers, not the Notorious. Nate Diaz chokes you out. Internet explodes with memes. You didn't just lose, you became a global punchline. Nate rematch. You scrape a win, but critics call it luck. Somehow you beat the guy and still feel like the loser. Weight cuts, starve, puke, repeat. And after months of misery, you smile for the cameras like you're selling cologne. Mayweather fight is announced. Half the world calls you a genius. The other half calls you a circus clown. Both are right. Boxing camp. You pretend to be a boxer for months. Spoiler, you're not. Welcome to Roleplay, Millionaire Edition. Mayweather loss. You survived 10 rounds only to be TKO'd. The payday was huge, but so were the memes. IRS rumors start. Millions earned, millions gone. Turns out punching people doesn't knock out taxes. Proper no. 12 whiskey launches. Critics say it tastes like jet fuel. Congrats. You're now both a fighter and a bartender joke. Fame ruins family life. D wanted a husband, not a global PR disaster juggling lawsuits and broken bones. Brooklyn bus attack. Mugshot everywhere. Congrats, you're now in the UFC and GTA at the same time. Khabib feud. Threats, insults, families dragged in. You basically turned a fight into Game of Thrones with gloves. UFC 229 humiliation. Khabib mauls you, chokes you, then jumps the cage for dessert. Worst dinner party ever. Suspension and fines. Millions down the drain, plus a vacation you didn't ask for. Twitter retirement. Bold move until you come crawling back because silence doesn't pay bills. Sexual assault allegations. Headlines don't read champion anymore, they read suspect. PR nightmare unlocked. Endless lawsuits, punching old men in pubs, smashing fans' phones. Congratulations, you're now fighting civilians. Injuries keep coming. Knees, ribs, hands, you're basically Humpty Dumpty in designer suits. Cerrone fight lasts 40 seconds. You win big, but critics yawn like it was a warm-up. No respect, just eye rolls. Pandemic fights with no crowd. Just echoes of your breathing. Congrats, you're trash-talking empty chairs now. Poirier rematch ends with you unconscious. First KO loss ever. Turns out Mystic Mac didn't predict this one. Poirier trilogy. Your leg snaps like a breadstick. You scream, he waves goodbye. Nightmare fuel in 4K. Surgery, rehab, crutches. Nothing screams warrior like trying to shower with a plastic bag on your cast. Oregon. From unbeatable king to washed up meme in just a few years. Media now laughs at you. You're not a headline fighter. You're late night comedy material. Irish fans turn on you. They once called you a god. Now they call you an embarrassment. Weight balloons, face bloated. Fans don't ask when you're fighting next. They ask when you're dieting. Steroid accusations flood social media. You bulked up, but credibility shrank. Hollywood cameos mocked as desperate. From main event fighter to background extra in your own story. Old lawsuits keep resurfacing. Your past punches you harder than any opponent. UFC comebacks delayed again and again. Excuses pile up faster than training sessions. Even Dana White is tired. When the boss is rolling his eyes, you know you're in trouble. Today you're rich, but broken, mocked, irrelevant. Once a king, now a punchline in your own tragic comedy. And if there's another poor soul you'd like us to tear apart on this channel, drop their name in the comments. Maybe they'll be next on the chopping block. Meanwhile, click on this video to watch another life unravel in misery. Trust me, it sucks just as much.